Hi, what I'd like to do now is to talk very briefly about how we account for the exploration and evaluation expenditure carried forward once extraction starts. I'm going to use a continuation of the example that I used previously. So I have Angelique Explorations, and after 2 years of exploration and evaluation, it commenced development of Area B. In doing so, it incurs an additional $10,000 worth of development costs. It also installs extraction machinery, which is not necessarily restricted to that site, which has a life of 4 years. So we need to recognise that in year 3 we incur an additional $10,000 worth of development costs, which I capitalise and carry forward. I add them to my other costs which I've already transferred into development area B, and I recognise the acquisition of machine, which is part of property, plant and equipment. During year 4, Angelique Explorations commences its extraction, and of the 10,000 kilos that it's found, in the first year it extracts 2,000 kilos or 20% of the reserves. This is going to be the basis on which we allocate the development costs, units of production. To extract the resources, I incur $1.50 worth of $1.50 per kilo of cash costs. I'm going to amortise 20% of the development costs, $10,000, and I'm going to depreciate the machinery over its useful life for 4 years. That's $5,000. So when I produce my inventory, which will be recognised in accordance with IAS 2, AASB 102, my cost of inventory are going to be the cash costs of extraction, $3,000, the amortization of the development costs, $10,000, and the depreciation of equipment, $5,000, and so that gives me an inventory cost of $18,000. During year 4, Angelique also sells 1,500 kilos worth of the inventory that it produces. 1,500 kilos is going to have a cost of goods sold of $13,500, and it sells it for $20 per kilo. So my accounting, when I sell it, I'm going to recognise a reduction of my inventory, and I'm going to recognise a cost of goods sold expense of $13,500, and I'm going to recognise revenues of $30,000, which unfortunately aren't received yet, so I'm going to recognise accounts receivable.